Everybody requires a uniform when they're going to school. And in Ghana here, we know that people sew those uniforms in bulk, especially for senior high schools. And so today on the Citi Newsroom, we're going to these factories or these outlets where uniforms are sewn and supplied to the various senior high schools. Now, the National Association of Institutional Suppliers, they have given government an ultimatum to pay them their arrears owed them for over 3 years for supplying senior high schools with uniforms and their outing outfits. They say they haven't been paid in over 3 years, and it's affecting their livelihoods and their work. We're at one of such factories today. We're going to go in, speak to the owner, speak to some of the workers here, and find out how they run their affairs on a day-to-day basis. So we are at Kaswa Iron City, where one of the outlets for the sewing of school uniforms is located. There are a lot of sewing equipment around. You see people hard at work. But let's speak to the owner of the outlet.
Well, this is one of the outlets of where we sew free senior high school uniforms for the government. So we sew uniforms, house dress, outing, chest clothes, tracksuit, PA kit, everything. This is house dress for a school. Yeah.
All right. And how much does something like this cost?
Government is paying 50 Ghana for this.
Including the
material, everything, 50 Ghana for this, sewing, everything. The school will give you their design, then you do it for them. Or maybe their logo, then give them the design, then they'll choose the one they want, then you do it for them. Yeah.
And all this for 50 Ghana per one?
50 Ghana per one, yeah.
And then the uniforms?
It's 60 Ghana per one set. Up and down, 50 Ghana for one set. Okay. 60 Ghana. And that's why we are crying, because it's practically impossible. Practically impossible. We can't do magic.
Explain why it is practically impossible.
This material, for now, khaki, a yard costs almost 20 cedis. Okay. And this one, if you go to printers, a yard is 45 cedis for the customer. If it's plain material, it's around 18 cedis a yard. So if I use 1 yard for this, 1.5 for this, it's almost around 50 cedis. Okay. So how much will I pay my workers? Tax 4% from government and other stuff. It's not possible.
Some may argue that when you buy material in bulk, it's cheaper. And so the 60 Ghana would suffice or should suffice.
It's never true, okay? When I buy a bundle of this and I sew, after everything, I make a profit just like 1 cedi profit. Yeah, and we sometimes zero for now. This is sewn here in Ghana. This is sewn here in Ghana. From scratch, that's what they are doing. From cutting everything embroidery. So why will you take the work of many, give it to a few to be done in China? Collapsing so many SMEs. You said the youth need to work. We are working, now we're collapsing our business. How can we grow?
How many workers did you have?
Yeah, I used to have about 25. But now, I think some machines are empty, yes. Or if they come, there's not much work to do. So they have to be in the house or do something else. And it's very bad. It's very bad. And now, my shop rent is more for me to pay. So I have to come to the house and do the work at the house. That wasn't the plan, but due to the delay payments and bad pricing, I have to come to do the work in the house.
How long has government been owing you?
It's about 2 years now.
2 years?
2 years now. That's from 2021, 22, 22, 23. Yeah. And the payment is being delayed, and they pay in bits. There's no payment plan. So we don't know when they will pay or when they will finish. We don't have that payment plan, and that's very bad. The picketing will come on. Okay, on Friday, we have a press conference to announce the date for the picketing. It will come on. Unless they agree with what we are saying. We have 4 major issues we are talking about. 1, they should pay us early, as soon as possible. 2, the price should be increased. 3, this PA kit should go back to the various schools. So it should be as this. The one they do, no logo, nothing, just green, red, then they go and dump in there at the schools.
Have you been able to sit with the education ministry to look at or map a way forward?
Yeah, before this current action, yes, for almost like more than 5 times the minister. In our last meeting, he said we can go and demonstrate. It's our right.
That's what the minister said.
Putting his words, you can go and demonstrate. It is your right. And we left him.
For how long will this demonstration go on?
Until they do the right thing, they need voting. You're not stopping.
We're going to speak to one of the workers here. How many tracksuits do you sew per day?
Like sometimes 15. 20 pieces. Yes.
And how much do you charge for one?
For one, the top is 6 cedis and the down is 4 cedis.
And how long have you been working at this institution?
Like 3 years. Yes.
Has your pay been coming regularly?
Oh, as for that one, dear, you know, the pay, dear, it has always been delaying. Sometimes 3 months cry, nothing. But
So how are you surviving?
we are managing. We are doing it because we are thinking that one day the money will come so that our boss will pay us.
So you know that the fault is not from your boss?
Yes. No. It's not from him.
Your salary, does it come often? Does it come as swiftly as it used to?
No, for now, there is not coming like the way it used to be as those days. A year 2021, it normally come by the end of the month you receive your salary. But these days, since 6 months now, we have not been paid. Yeah, but we are still in because we know who we are working with and he's not a bad person. We are just hoping, say, the government will do things that is right so that we also be okay with what is going on.
We're still within the Kaswa enclave, this time at another outlet. How many people do you employ on a regular?
Formerly, I had 10 permanent workers, then 7 casual workers. Casual workers meaning when I get contracts from free SHS, like the public schools, then they will come in and just assist and go. But at the moment, because of the difficulties we are going through, I have only 3 workers. Now, our capitals are locked. We are no longer able to raise enough funds to go and get the items to supply. So it's like they don't really get anything to do.
Senior high schools have reopened. I'm assuming that your shop should be very busy. So what's happening?
Yes, that's one of the challenges that we are talking about. As we speak, first years are around, and by this time we should be working for the first years. But because capitals are locked, I don't have money to go and buy additional fabrics because I'm expecting since 2021 government has refused to pay. So at this time, I don't know what to do. For instance, I designed it for J.E. Atamo Senior High School, the community school. When they accepted it, I went to print this at Printex. Yes. This one, the minimum quantity that, you see, they have a minimum quantity that they do. For the 2,400 yards that was printed to me as their minimum quantity, I spent 30,000, and that was 2017, Faba. As I speak to you, this cloth, when there was a change in government, all the cloth that I've printed, they've rejected all of them. This thing I printed 100% cotton from Printex. I took loan to do this. But when there was a change in government, the new master that came rejected all these works, brought in his own supplier, and I still have them there. As we speak now, they've asked schools not to tender this cloth again. What they do is they have actually given it to ATL, according to government, that ATL should print it now, and we, the suppliers, will show it at 30 cities. But the school that I supply, for instance, for the past 3 years, they've not received the school cloth. For the uniform, the shirt proper, when we sew, government pays us 60 cedis for one. That is one shirt, and now they are even asking us to do trousers out of that 60 cedis. So we sew one shirt, one trouser at 60 cedis, and that one shirt, one trouser, I will buy my everything.
How much does government owe you?
Government owes me over 100,000 Ghana cedis. Yes, sir.
How are you surviving without that money?
Very difficult, very difficult, very, very difficult, because this money, it's a loan from the bank, some from individuals also supported me, yes, and the last where I had the money was from microfinance, and the money is locked up, everything. Formerly, I had a fabric shop, this place as you see, I was selling fabrics, but I used all the money I had to pre-finance, some of them to pre-finance the free SHS, and Everything is locked.
I'm sure you've sat down with the education ministry. What have they been telling your outfit?
Yes, they always tell us that they will pay since 2021. So anytime we intend to actually picket or come out to demonstrate, then they will release some small fund. So that's why in our press statement we are talking about arrears of the ones that. So we have a lot of backlogs that they've not paid. When you meet them, they will tell you that, oh, we will pay. We will pay. Until recently, what he told us was that demonstration is our constitutional right, and we can just go out and demonstrate. For he doesn't fear demonstration. We intend picketing. Yes. So in our letter, we said the 14-day ultimatum, which is supposed to elapse on coming Monday, that is 5th. If we don't hear anything from them, we will picket, and the picketing we will officially confirm. So what we will do is that we will converge at Makola Market. We will have some engagement with them, discussion with them, walk through the streets, but peacefully, of course. We will make sure that we are being heard from Makola Market throughout to the Assembly AMA. We will pass through Tema Station. Then we will all go and converge at the Ministry of Education. Then we will sit down there with the minister. We will be looking at him.
Speaking to some of the staff who work here to find out how life has been.
Normally, we were doing school uniform for the government. That is the free HS school uniform. But now they have taken the contract away. So we have to change everything.
So how are you surviving?
You know the system now. We cannot survive, but life goes on. But we are praying that the government will have to set the arrest to our boss so that our boss too can give us what is owing us.